Okay, and then whoever's giving the thing I'm gonna turn the camera. Where did the camera go?
It's gonna be loud, okay?
Where did the camera? Oh, start camera. Okay.
What are you having?
No.
Dude, why is the lights off?
Y'all will all come up at one point.
Yo, why are the lights off?
Because it's really dim. Like when you look at from the back, it's dim.
Y'all sit down, please. Let me, Allison, preach.
What's off for better, by the way?
Okay, you can unmute.
How do you? Okay,
So
go ahead and
no, unmute the projector over there.
this one.
Okay, we'll start in 2 minutes. We'll get everybody kind of settled in. 2 minutes.
No, I think we should start now, bro. Yeah. Okay, should I sing a song?
Everybody sit down. We're good. So, okay.
Let's say we're starting in 1 minute. We will be. Whenever I want it off, I want it off.
We will be starting in 1 minute.
Is there no mics?
It's right here.
Got it. I have it.
Thank you, ma'am. Oh, I'm starting to read.
Turn that one off, yeah.
It's off. Is that one off? Okay. Do you know how to go through tabs on Super? Like switch tabs?
Can you handle that? Trust.
Pre-shut.
So, Preach and Allison, why don't y'all stay up here, and I'll just walk around.
You want to be on camera, right?
Is there a way to switch the cameras? Is it?
No, there's
No?
not a way right now.
I can take it off and like walk around with it.
I mean, sure.
Does that work though?
No. Is there like a second camera that takes everything?
Can you mute
Bro,
the
like
screen?
we're already like so late. We should just go.
But we don't know how to.
It's
Can you
fine.
mute the screen?
Hmm?
I think we need to move this.
Move this to
Like-
to
No.
here.
Like if you click this,
Yeah,
we'll start moving it.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, but then it's not.
it's not streaming the right thing.
Because we were gonna do it on here, but can we?
Who's
move it?
handling that? Wuhan or us?
No, we are.
I don't know what's going on. Somebody handle this off, I trust.
Okay.
I don't know.
Wait, how did we do it before?
Ibad.
Ibad and Loki.
Yeah, both of them.
Loki, Ibad.
Okay, so our. Let me.
We're experiencing something.
Yeah, let me find it again. Okay. All
Ready?
good.
Okay. And we just click the right button
We
to
like
make it go
classical
right.
music here.
Yeah. Okay, Vicky, we're ready to go.
Hello.
Can you check the streamer on your laptop?
Okay. Oh wait.
To make sure it's live.
Yeah.
You can go ahead. Just,
I'm just gonna wait. What camera is this?
it's your computer.
Oh, you may have to.
I can.
Okay. Are we live? Is it volume good?
It looks like this right now.
It's not playing. You're not playing it.
Like, it's just so big. Oh, yes, sir.
No, we did.
No, it's behind. It's behind it.
Yo, no. Yes. Now it's live. There it is. It's a slight delay, but you don't want to keep that, so turn it off.
Oh, I see what Allison's saying.
Like it's not like showing. It's not actually showing the slides.
Oh my god. Why not?
How long do you need? Do you want pretty improv?
I'm so sorry.
No, it's
No, you do it, bro. Start telling jokes.
Okay. Praneet, we need you.
It's okay. It's just the
It's
stream,
working
right?
now?
It's just the stream. Is it okay if it's like that?
We need to see the slides.
Can you make the camera angle more towards it then? Bro, we can just start, I think.
It's okay for late. We'll figure it out.
No, don't. He's like, I'm in charge of that.
Okay.
So when it's late, then like it's on me. Of course you trust it. You're the one dealing with it.
Okay. I guess we're good, Praneet. I'm sorry.
All right, I just want to do
So slides are
You wanna
just
do it?
not showing up on the YouTube, so I'm just going to quickly start. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for waking up early in the morning and pulling through. So we have our training HackAI model, but I would like to start off with a big applause for all the whole team and y'all for coming in. So I have a song I wanted to play. I tried doing it during kickoff and it didn't work, but it's a really good song. It's a great favorite. So I'm going to last
After this?
So AIS presents.
I don't think she messes with it, bro. Let's do it right.
It's okay, I believe it. It works. So can I get a huge applause for everybody coming in? Tried everything? Yes, sir. Keep going. Okay, we're good. But yeah, so this is HackAI 23. After 4 long years since we've ever thrown it in person, we are doing it again. Woo! We didn't do it last year, but that's okay. We went bigger, better, and cooler this year. Okay, I'm so proud of all the teamwork between AIS stuff. So I will introduce everybody later, but they did so much work, late nights. The grind was real. So I'm so excited to start this presentation off with this beautiful graphic. So HackAI 2023. Next slide, please. So this is our agenda, just a quick run through of what we're going to go through about what the AI Society is, or the AI Syndicate. If you're on Reddit, you would know. And what we're doing at HackAI, and then announcements, talking about our sponsors, and then our Jasper AI keynote. He is on call. And then also our challenges, which y'all have been looking forward to, our schedule, and then also judging and kind of this team matching afterwards, which will be in ECS West. So let's start. So we're the Artificial Intelligence Society. We're a student club at UTD. We throw workshops, but our main goal and kind of like our mission is to what? Officers, 3, 2, 1. Demystify AI. Okay, that's what we're up about, right? People, Chat GPT, talking about those things is good, but like, how do you get students more involved and engaged? So we do that through education and empowerment. But what does that even mean, right? Education, if y'all follow us on YouTube or look through any of our websites or anything, we teach almost weekly. Shout out to Ryan A. Where is he? He is not here today. Took a break, but he did over 8 workshops weekly every Monday for y'all, for this content, for y'all to be ready for today. So we'll be sharing that content and showing basically tutorials, even old stuff. And then also our last kind of major one, which is what this hackathon is about, is empowerment. We're like, what do you mean empowerment? It's like getting you free AWS credits or Respell, or getting you access to cool APIs that could get you really quick ML models and AI models without even wasting time on burning your computer. Because back when I was a young freshman over the summer, I took ML. And I kid you not, I was trying to do a GAN. Raise your hand if you know what a GAN is. Yeah, the pain. Y'all know that takes forever to run. And it burned my computer. It was a beautiful Mac at the time. Then I upgraded my Mac. It still didn't run, right? But hey, we're giving you free AWS. So don't even worry about it. So this is our team, our beautiful team. This is most of them. But can y'all stand up, please? AIS officers, can I give a huge shout out to all the work they've been doing? Stand up.
Come on, Sajid. Nah.
Come on, Sajid, stand up. Former president right there.
Former president.
It's okay. His only character flaw is he wears the same jacket in every hackathon. If you look at Hack 2021, it's the same jacket. Hey, next slide.
Same HackAI, same
Samson G. So what is HackAI? So as I said, we do workshops, we do all this education. But what does it lead into? You guys are trying to get internships. Raise your hand if you're trying to grind for an internship right now.
Let's
Woo!
go.
It's right. Come on, give them a grind. They're here today. 90% of the work is showing up to things like this and getting yourself a project. So what we do with these hackathons is we give you the resources, the mentorship, the everything to basically have a project ready, and you can showcase it, be like, I did AI, I worked with ChatGPT, I worked with OpenAI. All the cool things we have today. So basically, y'all know hackathon is a 24-hour hackathon, so you have teams, and we have certain challenges for each. I would say it's probably the most unique. Again, I'm biased, but you tell me afterwards, right? But again, our mission for this AI hackathon is to basically learn, play around, and have a competition out of it. We're just having fun, right? This is why it's after intern season. Not everybody's trying to look for a job. We're just trying to have projects on our resume and grow. So that's kind of our mindset when we came into this. But yeah, I'll give it to Allison about all the kind of logistics.
Hey.
That's our VP.
y'all.
How you talking? How you talking?
For myself.
Okay, so if you guys probably recognize my name, I sent out a lot of emails. My account got locked because I sent out too many emails, in fact. I got marked as spam, so yeah. But yeah, make sure that you are in our Discord. All our announcements will be on there. Like anytime there's an update, use hashtag #AskOrganizers, please. Some of y'all will be messaging in general still. Yeah. And then we have everything there. We need sponsors. If you need mentors, join our Discord. It's gonna have like everything on it. And all the announcements for food and everything.
Did everybody get it?
Yeah.
Wait.
You scan the QR code. Okay, I don't see any phones out, so.
There's one out there.
Oh,
Let's
sorry.
go. Like,
So
just
we'll wait
give him a
just for
minute.
you.
Don't
Yeah,
go.
go ahead,
We
go ahead.
care.
These slides will also be posted after, so. Okay, we're moving on. Also, make sure to follow our Instagram, LinkedIn, and TikTok. Our team worked really hard on this to make really good content. So if you just look at it and laugh, and it'll be really cool. And our Instagram looks really cool as well. Shout out to marketing team.
Woo! Y'all raise your hand, please. Live stream, cameras everywhere.
Yeah, we have one right here. Some of them are raising their hand, I think. Oh, they're in the back
Oh,
because
there's
they're
Ayush.
recording. Yeah, over
There
there.
he is.
Yeah,
There's one right
cool.
there. They're hiding in
Yeah.
the shadows.
Shadows, we got everything. But yeah, we would really appreciate if you follow us on socials. That's where we have everything, including future photos. But
Yeah, and then now let's introduce our sponsors, which y'all have been waiting for, and passing it back to Biggie.
Thank you. So basically this year we doubled down on sponsors, right? Back in 2019, but back when I was a freshman, we brought in the Mavs. Where you're like, why does Mavs have to do with anything with AI or machine learning? They're bringing us data this time. So we got player data for you to work with. We're also getting sponsored by AWS. So go ham for 72 hours. It is covered by AWS. So don't even sweat. We will have instructions on how to work with it and everything. And then we have the Rise Foundation. Chuck, can you raise your hand? There he is. We'll have the introductions. Jasper AI. We use most of our AI generative marketing. We have our keynote coming up, and we have Guhan on there to talk about it. The Richardson IQ, which has been a great donor for us. Basically, they're the head of innovation at UTD. It's a collaboration between UTD and the city of Richardson. GEICO, can we have the recruiter raise his hands? Woo!
Like this is the whole screen on the live stream.
And then
Your face is
one
like-
of our own truly, Reese Bell. Can you stand up for a second? The founding engineer, Nicholas Mopton. He's in our club. Smart guy. Tech Titans, they're not here today, but they're a nonprofit engaging with basically Tech Titans leaders, CTOs, all these C-level people with like 10 years plus experience. And they're actually having a program that we'll start marketing right after the kickoff. And then the Blackstone Launchpad. Raise your hand if you're into startups. Woo! So has anybody not been to the Blackstone Launchpad? The thing next to Taco Bell.
Missing out.
Cool stuff. They're actually hosting something called the Big Idea Competition. We'll be sharing that link too. It is on April 26th on Wednesday at 3:30. Who knows what Funimation is? Okay, let me expand that question. Who knows what anime is? Yeah? There it is. We're all weebs here. Don't even be shy about it. They are bringing the beginning CEO, Gen Fukunaga of Funimation as a judge. The guy who brought One Piece, the guy who brought Dragon Ball Z to America, he is coming and pitching. So this is the big idea competition is like live Shark Tank. If you're ever interested in doing startups and doing like, possibly seeing Mark Cuban, everything I do is for him. Please respond back, give us free tickets. That is it. And then also the Center of Applied AI and Machine Learning. That is, who has had Dr. DeGroot or Dr. Gopal Gupta? Yeah, so they're all part of that. So they'll be judging for us. And basically they do machine learning and explainable AI and cool other things I can't say. And also Revive. Can we have Revives? Heads up. Woo! They're actually a cool startup. I'll let them talk about themselves when we do that. And also the JSON Business School for giving us money. Who's the JSON major here?
Yeah.
Yeah, give it up. Who's the A-Tech major here? Any A-Techs? Oh, whoa, let's go. Hey, why did you raise his hand? Let's see. You know what? I'll take it. It's okay. We got an art challenge for you. Go ahead. And then, what school am I missing? Any medicine, pre-med, NSM school students here? Woo! Let's go! So we got challenges for all of you. I swear, it's going to be so fun. Next slide. So we're going to start with kind of sponsor introductions. Next slide. So Richmond's IQ, I kind of did a brief overview. It is basically a really bougie area. Who came to the networking session yesterday over there? Woo! Thank y'all so much for pulling through. Wasn't it nice? They have boards you can write on. It's free space for students, and if you're ever thinking about having a startup or meeting with cool people over there, you can. And then the Rise Foundation, it is out of the business school. I'll bring Chuck Hazeman. Can I get a big applause for him?
For those of you who are wondering, RISE stands for Retail Innovation Strategy Excellence. And I've had already this morning probably 10 of you come up to me and say, well, I'm a computer science major, so why would I want to work in retail? Well, let me share with you guys something. About 10 miles south of here, there's a big warehouse, little company called Walmart. Anybody, who else heard of Walmart? Raise your hand.
Small business.
They have probably 15 PhD computer science individuals in there working on innovation for Walmart year-round. Walmart's the biggest retailer in the country because of their use of technology. And so we over in Jindal, the School of Management, realize that there's an opportunity for all of the smart technology students we have coming out of here to get involved with the retail. 1 in 6 people on earth work in retail. 1 in 4 are associated with retail. 60% of retail is all technology, never gets out on the sales floor. So if you're interested, give me a call. We put together a center, and we're trying to see, every time I speak to a few conferences around the country. Every time I speak about UTD, I get this, oh, I've heard of UTD. And then I start talking about our rankings in different areas. And then I start talking about our STEM side of retail, and everybody sits up in their chairs. And then all of a sudden, there's 6 or 7 alums that are all raising their hands and so proud to be from UTD. They don't do that until we start talking about what you guys are doing here at the school. So come talk to me. I'll be in a little booth, and we'll see what's going on.
Thank you. Yeah, that's some big data, machine learning. So Tech Titans, they're not here today, but basically they're a networking group, and basically you're able to work with, and guess, free food and stuff like that with people who are on the C-suite like Verizon, AT&T. That's like Waymo at one point. Anything telecom, and they're working to expand that, like TI. If you want internships, knowing the recruiter, maybe talking to the people up here, or talking to the people at like these networking get you jobs. So please, they do have an emerging leaders program, which I will be sending out later today. The applications for that close on Wednesday. They're looking for people basically who want to, move up, not just be that software developer, but also lead teams. So next. So Camel, as I kind of briefly explained, they do AI research, and if you're interested in getting into their labs, they'll be here later today. If you have any questions, please let me know or post questions in the sponsor chat. And then here's some of our workshops. We're doing stable diffusion. Who knows what stable diffusion is? Okay, I want to choose Dan because he's the A mentor. What is Stable Diffusion in one sentence for people who don't know? So it generates new images with text. Can you imagine using AI like that? Also, Rami is going to be doing our dialogue flow workshop. And then we're also partnering with the business school to do how to pitch a chatbot workshop. And also, Respel has like an extension with OpenAI, and they're going to do a workshop on that.
And Revive isn't on here, but they will be doing a workshop too.
At 12:15. So
12:15, so right after food.
next slide. So this is Revive. I'll let them talk about themselves briefly. Can we get a heads up?
Thank you, Vivi. Yeah, so I'm Bill Cockrell. I'm the Director of Business Development. And we're really excited to be here. My alma mater is the University of Illinois, where I studied engineering. And from what I understand, all I've been told, I'm really excited to be here because my understanding is you guys go off to national competitions and give my alma mater a run for their money. And I think that's fantastic. So it's really, really impressive. I met a lot of really impressive people out of UTD. So our platform is one of the platforms that's going to be available for the competition here today and tomorrow. And so what we've got is we're in a space commonly known as process mining. And the way you can think about that is all businesses, all large organizations are built on processes. And a process is just nothing more than a series of steps with multiple decision points at each step. But they can get extremely complicated, right? I recall meeting the gentleman from Rise here at Dallas Startup Week. And of course, in retail, supply chain is a big, big deal. And when you think about that, you can have upwards of 100 more steps, multiple decision points per step, numerous pathways, upwards of 100 different pathways of going through this process. Well, if you've got 100 different ways of getting from here to here, your process is not optimized. And so that's what we bring. So if you think about, say, a Tableau or a process, or a Power BI, those are data visualization and data analytics. So the way you can think about us is we're process visualization and process analytics. So our software has the ability to look at the data, see timestamps, say that must be a process, and automatically start building out a map. And from there, we have analytics to now be able to optimize the process. And so that's basically what it comes down to. We're anxious to see what comes out of what you do with our software and the data that's going to be available to you, and have a lot of fun.
Thank you, and remember, the workshop will be at 12:15 if you want to learn how to use their software. Okay, and then Vicky will introduce how you can get the AWS credits.
So I used to work at Amazon Web Services, and they had graciously, through some connections, we were able to give y'all AWS credits for 72 hours. So how that's going to work is there's going to be tables set up by our dev team. And we want basically one person from each team. If you're interested, we have 75 accounts. We will make more if needed. And you will have basically one shared account you can share within 4 of your group members. And you can run a lot of machine learning, a lot of stuff you can. But there's some limits that they'll talk about. But basically, you'll be able to access almost all the services, learn about SageMaker and stuff, and we'll be answering any questions you have about how to use AWS. Plus, it works, and it's a pretty cool buzzword on your resume to say that I worked with it. Also, Respel. Can we have them up here?
Morning, everyone. So I'm Nicholas. I'm a founding engineer at Respel, and we are a platform that lets you make no-code AI apps and workflows with a really simple visual editor. So everybody that's here for this weekend is going to be able to sign up at respel.ai with your net ID at utdallas.edu. Let me know, come to my table if it doesn't work. I'll be here the whole day. And essentially, you can chain together GPT-4, DALL-E, Stable Diffusion. You can make music, images, generate Quizlets for questions you have. All of those things by just dragging and dropping models and connecting them with each other. And for all my technical people here, I know most people here are CS, you can create your AI like workflow on Respel and then call it with a super simple API and just focus on your front end and other business logic and stuff. Don't worry about your API keys, hosting models, things like that. And for all the non-technical people here, even better because you can still make the same AI apps that everybody else is making, but you can just do it with the visual editor. So I'll be here the whole day. We're also doing a workshop at 3 for some use cases on it. And I'm super excited to see what you guys build. And when you make a spell, as it's called, that's our name for a no-code app on Respel. If you post it on Twitter, tag us, Respel AI, hashtag build on Respel. Our team will be looking at that. We'll be giving away merch, swag, credits, other things like that. And we'll also be on Discord and around the whole day. Just please come to us with questions. We'd love to see what you guys do with it. And I'm super excited for that. Thank you guys.
Thank you. And then next up we have our keynote speaker. So we'll let him introduce himself.
All right. Hopefully everybody can hear me, but thank you for inviting me to come and talk to you guys about something that I'm extremely passionate about, which is generative AI and AI in general. Oh, sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, give us one second. We're gonna switch the speakers. See if you can.
All right.
Check on Teams and then switch.
He's on this.
He's on this.
Mhm.
So where's the audio coming out?
It's coming up from here. That's what it's on the speaker.
Just coming out.
Yeah, that's
We're
all.
good?
It's just good. Can
Okay.
you get in the back here?
Okay, we're good.
Can the people in the back hear our speaker? Okay, cool.
Okay. Yeah.
Great.
Go
All
ahead.
right. Well, like I said, thank you again for inviting me to come and talk to you guys about something that I'm super passionate about, which is generative AI and AI in general. My name is Guhan Vengaswamy. I'm the head of platform at Jasper AI. Jasper, we're an AI content platform built for marketers. So anything that a marketer needs to do to build blog posts, copy, social media posts, turn some of their long form content into more usable social media posts, all of that, as well as generating images, can be done within our AI platform. But, we'll talk a little bit more about Jasper later, but really what I wanted to talk to you guys about, and maybe you guys can go to the next slide here, is, what is truly in the realm of possibility for generative AI? Oh.
Slide.
Yeah, sorry, can you?
Sorry, I'm like, let me switch the audio. We can try doing this. And then, no? Speakers. Can we try this?
I mean, you're already on it.
So you're coming out of my Max instead.
Okay.
Can you speak? Can you
Yeah.
hear him?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Can you speak again?
Yeah. Hello, test.
Okay, it's not really. Okay. Technical difficulties. Can we go back to settings and figure that out? Prisha? Can you go to settings? I don't know how I went to settings for a second.
What happened?
I go to settings. I can't hear him. So
What did you change in settings?
I don't know.
You changed the
Output. We changed to output. Right there. It was right there. Yeah, settings. Because we want to hear you clearly, Guhan. Give us one.
Words.
Yeah, settings and then audio. Instead of crest on, change it to aggregate. And see. And then try. See if you can. Guhan, can you try again?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Is that better?
Is it louder?
Can y'all hear him? Like actually, who can't hear him? Okay, I mean, if everybody can hear us, I'll do it. Yeah, maybe take out the echo cancellation.
Let's just
Okay, yeah, we can start. Yeah, and can you help with this?
I can do it. Don't worry.
Okay, cool, yo, we're good now.
Alrighty, go ahead and kick it to the next slide if you don't mind. Great, and one more. So really what I wanted to talk to you guys about is, what is possible with generative AI? I'm sure everyone here, if you're even close to the AI space or even, have read anything, has seen ChatGPT and some of the awesome developments that have come out of that. But really, that was only a few months ago. And we've been working in the generative AI space for a few years now. Prior to ChatGPT, people were using generative AI, but it was a much smaller user base. And they were using this tool, and it was kind of their best kept secret. It was their back pocket tool that allowed them to write amazing copy, send personalized cold emails out, or build big marketing campaigns at scale. But not a lot of people knew about it. And ChatGPT came out and really kind of shined a light on what the possible with generative AI really is. But since ChatGPT has come out, there's been a snowball effect of technical innovations that have allowed us to even dream much more about what's really possible with generative AI, to the point where we can now actually conceptualize things like videos and movies being generated on the fly. We can think about personalized music. So imagine a world where you're listening to Spotify, you are really into this playlist that you put together, but the playlist ends and you want a few more songs like that. And Spotify generates you music based on your personal tastes specifically for you. We're starting to see new innovations in AI agents that can actually operate like humans operate on the internet and automate tasks for you, which leads to things like being able to found companies with smaller, more specialized teams. Maybe you are really strong in marketing, but you don't have the chops to be, a software engineer. Typically, you would have gone out and gotten a, technical co-founder to come and help you build some things just to test and validate an idea. But with this way that generative AI is moving, you may not even need that. Our ability to move forward quickly and test new ideas is going to be the fastest it's ever been in the next few years. And for those of us who are nerds like me and are really into video games, think about the advancements that we can get to with AI in procedurally generated games. Imagine an opportunity, a world where you play a game and while you're playing it, it starts adapting to what you want to see the game to be. It's learning from what you're playing, how you're playing, and actually building you new storylines and arcs that are geared or tailored towards the things that you want to see. So really the opportunity is in front of you. If you can go to the next slide. Generative AI is moving at light speed. It's moving at a pace that we have really not seen before in many of the technical revolutions or evolutions in the last few years. We really thought social media and cloud native and mobile moved at breakneck speed, and generative AI is moving at an order of magnitude faster than that. We're seeing new innovations come out like weekly, daily, and the only way to continue to move forward is to embrace this chaos of how fast this is moving and really focus on what your customers want you to build. Global investment in AI has surged from $12 million in 2015 to nearly $93 billion in 2021, and is being projected to be about $422 billion by 2028. So just in that realm alone, you can tell how much investment is coming towards generative AI. And as investment and adoption of these use cases increases, so too does the need to build specific to what users actually want to see out of generative AI. Most users don't care that you're using a really cool large language model that's able to do a lot of this stuff for you. What they care about is the outputs that you're able to get from it. And all of the structure surrounding generative AI has to evolve to support the speed at which we're moving. GPUs went from being used for video games and crypto and mining to now being used almost all the time for generative AI. And the amount of GPU power that's being pushed towards building new large language models, multi-billion parameter models, is just growing even faster. And hardware is having to adapt to the problem, moving towards more TPUs, trying to stack more memory on these GPUs and better chip architectures that are more specifically aligned towards building generative models. So all of that to say that the opportunity of generative AI is absolutely endless. And truly, we haven't even seen most of the use cases that we're going to be using in the next year yet. It'll be the people in this room, people like you, that are coming up with use cases that people need to actually solve their everyday problems. You can go to the next slide. So as you can see, we're already seeing, you're seeing it every single day. New companies are innovating, new companies are integrating this product into their software. All right, go one more slide, please. So all this leads to the democratization of AI. And this hackathon, HackAI, is a really great example of the movements toward democratizing access to AI. We're seeing the ability for people to understand, to conceptualize what's happening at a much faster rate than they were previously. You know, even 6 months ago or 8 months ago, which, you know, doesn't sound like a large amount of time for most industries, but in generative AI is like a 15-year gap, basically. But 8 months ago, access to this stuff was pretty minimal. You had to have a relationship with one of the big large language builders, or you had to really understand transformer models, or you had to understand how to build multi-parameter LLMs. But all of that is changing. We're seeing tooling being built around democratizing AI. Tools like Hugging Face have come forward to build large communities around building new models, around utilizing new models. And access to this generative AI is becoming easier and more affordable every single day. APIs are being released that are easier to use. And, you know, months ago when we were first getting started, a lot of LLMs or a lot of AI companies had to focus on prompt engineering and figuring out the best way to get great outputs out of large language models and generative AI. But all of that has changed significantly. Now we don't even need to really care as much about the prompt engineering because we feel more comfortable that large language models are going to give us good output. And we can automate the actual enhancement of these prompts to give you great outputs. So companies are starting to shift their focus away on, or shift their focus towards, how do they actually solve their problems faced by their customers? And, you know, if you go one more slide, I found this kind of meme on Reddit that was kind of exemplifies how fast things are becoming, right? And you see how, you know, it's kind of a dumb way to represent it, but it's, you know, not that far from the truth with how quickly things are being democratized. So all this to say, you know, access to these tools are becoming better, but focusing on what we need to do, our customer, is what we at Jasper are really doing. Kind of leads me into, you know, who is Jasper? Why am I here talking to you guys about what we're doing, right? Well, Jasper is an AI content platform for marketers, and, you know, we're trusted by 100,000 plus companies to build marketing, you know, collateral for them. So content is king on the internet right now. And if you're building blogs or working in social media sites, you may have just a couple of marketers that need to put out a lot of collateral. So that's what Jasper is really meant for, is to unlock the marketer and make it easier for them to actually build tools and build systems that will provide the most value for their company. You know, we've had nearly 14 million words generated. I think that number is probably outdated now, considering how fast these things are moving. And we're also, we're one of the fastest growing startups in history. So if you can move forward. But, you know, we didn't just start as an AI platform, and we didn't just, you know, magically spawn into where we became. We started as a really small company called Proof, working on a marketing technology, if you hit it one more, that was actually geared towards this FOMO idea. You can see some of our founders and our early employees here. And it was built towards this idea that you get a little pop-up that, you know, like Darren from San Diego also joined this club that you're in, or John from Philly also bought this product you're interested in. This FOMO idea was what we did to get started to try and help people convert their customers into buying things. You can go one more. But in around 2017, my CEO, Dave, you know, put out a big lofty goal for us at that point, which was, how do we get accepted into Y Combinator? Well, long story short, after applying a few times and finally, if you hit it one more time, we got accepted into Y Combinator. You can see how jazzed these guys are. These are our 3 founders at Jasper to get the call to get into Y Combinator with proof. And a lot of great stuff happened there, including evolving our product from just being this FOMO app to, if you go one more slide, to something we called experiences, which was more around personalizing content for marketing sites. It would basically be able to tell who the user was that was coming into the site and allow you to change copy based on that person. And the idea was great, and we learned a ton about marketers. We learned a ton about what their workflows are. But as is, what happens with a lot of startups, we just couldn't find product market fit with what we were trying to do, and we couldn't make it work. But the advantage of where we were was we had a really tight relationship with what our customer's problem was. And with our access on Y Combinator and some of the opportunities that we had in front of us, we were able to get very early access to some of these large language models that OpenAI was creating and some others. And we evolved that into a company that we called Conversion AI. If you can go to the next slide. You can actually, I think you're back to the beginning. Yeah, there we go. So Conversion AI was basically the infant version of what Jasper is. It was a way for us to create templates and do this kind of prompt engineering I was telling you about, and abstract that away from our users so that they didn't have to worry about being great prompt engineers, but they worried about how to get great content out of it. And from there, we've been evolving more and more and focusing on what exactly our customer needs. You can go to the next slide. So we were lucky enough to have, be one of the first to market with this kind of prompt engineering idea, and got ourselves into a scenario where we were growing really fast and building really quickly. And we had to scale our company out. We've been, to kind of even further illustrate how crazy generative AI has been, in January of last year, we were 14 people. And I think right now we're like almost 300 people strong going into this company. So we've had rapid growth to try and get to where we are, but we're all of the opinion that we're just getting started. This world of generative AI is all in front of us, not behind us. And we can't dwell on how we got here, but where we need to go. You can keep going to the next slide. So one more. And so what's next for Jasper? What are we going to do? Well, I think what we're going to do is basically what I think you guys should also be thinking about. And we're going to continue to focus on our core customer, this, small or medium-sized business with small marketing teams that need to have outsized power for what they're trying to do. We just released our API to give people even greater access to models and building easier in a much more user-friendly way on top of some of these large language model systems. We're going to continue to innovate with our customers in mind first. And we're going to be on the bleeding edge of AI improvements. As things come out, we're going to be right there to integrate them and work and even push the technology forward. And, I think if some of you guys may have noticed, but a lot of the images that were actually shown on this presentation were generated by Jasper as well. And more than just the images, I actually use Jasper to write most of what I'm talking to you guys about too, which really made it a little easier for me to, put this presentation together in a pretty compressed timeline. But all of that to say, how do you actually seize the opportunity that you're going to get right in front of you? So if you go to the next slide. There's a couple of big things that I think everyone here can really do to seize this opportunity. And it doesn't require you to be in software or have a computer science background, but more, it requires you to have an open mind to what the opportunity of AI is in front of you. You're going to need to embrace the chaos of how fast this technology moves. If you're trying to get in to build a company or build a product or work on a tool that you think you can put out in front of people, you need to look for a problem that a customer is having and find the lightest weight possible solution to solve that problem and continually iterate on it. And as you continue to iterate on these problems, you need to be willing to throw away the stuff that doesn't work without any ego and continue to push forward on the stuff that does work, because the technology is going to evolve as fast as you're going to build this product. And if you're not able to evolve with it, it's going to leave you behind. So with that, I want to thank you guys for inviting me over here, and I'm really excited to see some of the great projects you guys are going to be building. Having talked to everyone there, it's been really cool to see you guys put this hackathon together, and I think you're going to build some amazing stuff. So thank you very much for having me.
Thank you. Thank you. So, thank you, Jasper AI. So he kind of understood, if you Google it, right, it is one of the most top companies out there for Gen AI. They also had a conference a couple of weeks ago, and they were the first ones to throw it. So, now let's get back on track after learning about that cool stuff on the challenges. So, can we have next slide, please? First up, I want to bring up GEICO. So we have basically, yeah, go to top first. Yeah. So you want to give a brief intro about GEICO and then?
Sure.
Yeah.
I thought you guys forgot about me.
No. I had you first for this reason.
All right, good deal. I also thought you were going to sing before you played the music.
No, I was thinking about it, and my team was like, no, Big Nash, don't be too cringy.
I love it. Hey, so good morning, everyone. Raise your hand if you've never heard of GEICO.
15 minutes or more.
15 minutes more saves you what?
15% background.
Oh, wow. All right, so we have to work on that. So 15 minutes or less can save you 15% or more
Right.
car insurance. Everyone gets an F on that, but that's okay. I'll have a donut for you all afterwards if you come see me. So my name is James. I've been with GEICO for this year will be 11 years. So most of my time has been recruiting. I've conducted maybe 20 or 30,000 interviews, maybe 50,000 resumes I've looked at. So I'm really excited to talk to you all about your resumes, your careers, kind of what you're looking for, whenever you come over to my table. When you think about GEICO, you really think about insurance, right? Most people are thinking, hey, I want to sell insurance, cold calling and things like that. Well, I don't want to do that. I don't want you all to do that if you're hired on with us. Our roles that we have are so much more than just insurance sales and more than just the lizard, more than just the gecko and cool commercials. We're becoming more of a tech company as each day goes by. So if you know us as an insurance company, our goal is to disrupt the tech giants in the tech industry so that you're no longer thinking about us as an insurance company that provides tech, but a tech company that provides insurance. So we let that sink in. That's what we're here to do. So what internships do we have? I have a ton. Our top 3 right now for tech are software engineer, data engineer, cybersecurity engineer. We also have some really detailed AI opportunities that are going to be rolled out next year. But I'd be more than happy to talk to you about our internships that we're going to be doing in the fall. We hired over 200 interns just the first half of this year. So I know that a few of you are looking for internships. So if you would just raise your hand if that's what you're looking for. That's half the room. That's beautiful. So I want you to stop by my table. I have the QR code for the positions as well as how to connect with me. This group is doing a great job with putting this together. So I'm just really excited to chat with you guys a little bit further. So feel free to stop by and talk to me. I'll have donuts later for those of you who are kind of run out on your Red Bulls and your Monsters and your energy drinks. If you need another sugar shot, stop by and see me and be happy to chat with you.
Thank you.
Oh, one other thing.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so my peer bet that I wouldn't do a group selfie with you all. So we are the happy place to work. So I want you guys to wave. I'm going to do a selfie. So come stand with me. I want you to, we'll do it together. Yeah. So I want you guys to wave.
Go ahead, Allison, get in.
Oh, yeah. I want to get on this action.
I want you guys in action. So whenever you see it, go ahead and throw your hands up. I want you to wave. I'm going to win this bet.
gonna send it back to my peers. So on 3, just say GEICO on 3. 1, 2, 3.
GEICO!
Got it. Thanks, guys. Appreciate y'all.
Okay, so we have 4 tracks and they're based off of the suits of the cards. Wait, can we go back?
Sorry, I
Yeah. So the Saints Challenge. So we thought the hearts would be related to taking care of people. And so we decided the best AI hack for health and social good, sponsored by GEICO, will get Apple TVs. So for those 3-minute people, we'll help you out, but run some ML on some 3-minute data sets, you might win. Who knows? You know, get some friends from Netflix. And yeah, that's it. Next. So next is the Rise Foundations Challenge. So what we want to do this year is focus on a different retail, right? How do we innovate in retail data? So we'll be providing some sample data sets, but we want to provide anything financial, the best AI hack for retail or financial, because we want to make money, right? And so the price for that, of course, are keyboards. Woo! So the Mavs actually gave us a data set. So for this, it's the best AI ML application for sports. So what they have given us is they've given us a play-by-play data set of what each player is doing and stuff like that. And then on top of that, they've given us a Twitter data set for the entire year. So you're like, what do I do with this? Like, how can I use this? You have platforms here like Revive and like Respell. You can try to start working on these data sets. So they're actually going to be on AWS S3, and we'll be providing them right after the kickoff. So for that, the Fitbit inspires gym games. Time season. Woo! And then who's been on Reddit as of late? Yeah? So we actually made a Jasper AI hidden story based off of T-Mog, Enark, and some other characters called Something's Rich. Shout out to Ayush for putting this together. We actually made this with Jasper. And basically throughout, why do we, what is it? It's like the AI syndicate. We're not AI society anymore, we're the AI syndicate, trying to hide AI from everybody in this villainous story. And you're like, why would we care about this, right? So next slide. So Respell has implemented generative AI as of last 12 hours, 14, right? At 1 a.m. he's texting me, we got it. So the best use of generative AI based off of these kind of prompts of memes of T-Mog or memes of anything, right? You can make art, anything. So we want you to go crazy, right? Make anything you want with this AI, right? And use Respell if it's super easy. And the price for that are Lego bonsai trees. Trust me, they don't die out. They're plastic. So does anybody know what those Lego bonsai trees look like? Yeah, they change colors too. So shout out to Respell for that. So for the last prize that we have is a grand challenge. You will be crowned champion of HackAI and be crowned as the Joker or the King or whatever you want, as the coolest application of AI. So obviously anybody can apply for this. So it's a really easy one, and the prize for that are Nintendo Switch OLEDs. Woo! Oh yeah, it's sponsored by the Riches and IQ because they're one of our top donors. So, is there a next? So, before we get into the agenda, I did want to state, you are free to apply to all of the challenges with any of the applications. We're still working on a system to basically have, if you do an art challenge, you do a Google Doc and all of that, so we'll release announcements in a couple of hours. But feel free to explore all of these different opportunities with all these platforms. What's super cool about all of this is that you can just plug and check random solutions and see if they work, right? And see what you like the best. So this is kind of the goal of this, right? Play around, learn. Big data.
The schedule's gonna be moved.
Next. I'm gonna give it to Allison.
Yay, prizes. Yeah, I just want to kind of quickly touch on the agenda. Things have been moved around a bit because of technical difficulties, but I think right now we're tentatively planning to, right after this, everyone head to the atrium for lunch in an orderly fashion. Yeah, there's enough food for everyone, so chill. And then we were planning to have the Revive workshop right after that, so maybe around 1:15. So once you guys all get your food, you all should head there because The engineers in it are really cool. And then the rest of the stuff is here. It's all on our website, and it's like it could be moved around, but this is pretty final. We have our mini games that you can, like there's prizes for those. So come out and it'll be fun. And then we have a talent show at night. It doesn't actually, you don't actually need to be talented, just like anything. Like you can sing, you can be terrible, you can still sing.
Improv?
You can do improv and like tell the most unfunny jokes, but it's just like a time to chill and unwind and have fun.
Allison's gonna sing for us.
Woo! And for me and Preach are gonna sing for
Oh,
us.
I don't know about that. Yeah.
Okay.
We good?
Yeah, that's fun. And on Sunday, we're gonna have breakfast at 9, a pitching workshop by Blackstone, so it's legit. And then judging at 1, and then we're gonna have a closing ceremony at 3. So that's the schedule, and it's all gonna be on the Hacker Guide and the website. And you can always ask me any questions.
Everything's tended to change.
Yeah, everything's tended to change based on if things go wrong
So check
Or
the
well.
Discord.
or right.
So check the Discord, please,
Yeah.
for any
All the
announcements. So
announcements
keep
are gonna
active.
I will be. Do not mute me, guys. So yeah, judging. We will release a dev post soon, but it'll be like every other Hacker Guide post. You guys will probably set up an ECSW, and then people will walk around the usual. And yeah, thank you all for coming. I hope you guys enjoyed our keynote. Oh, and then team matching will not be done here. After you go to the atrium, after you get your food, you can go to ECSW 1.355, the big one, the 1.315. If you
Yeah.
still need a team, and someone will be there to help you find teams. So if you need a team, ECSW 1.315. And other than that, y'all can.
Yeah. And we also have a hacker pack, which is a Notion dog. We'll be adding a lot of more content. So please, yeah, go get food. People love to listen. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Have your QR
Can I
code.
take a picture of our page? Can I take a picture?
Oh yeah, for sure. You want to be in the picture?
I didn't think about that. That's a good idea.
I can take one of you.
Oh, there.
Actually, if you smile into the.
But Raven's still, I think, taking care of pizza, so I'm your person if you need anything.
I just realized that we have this project, so we're giving away an Apple TV. Do we need to pay some money for that?
Everything is budgeted.
Okay, good. Okay, perfect. We can give some more. We don't need this.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sponsoring this.
What is the, so the judgment court's tomorrow, right, for this? Okay, perfect.
Did you want to grab some lunch?
Sure.
It's probably safe.
Oh, good, okay. Let's set up my stuff and I'll head over.
Okay, thank you. Let me stop the streaming and then I will get to you. It's this one right here, Reese. I can't find my mouse.
It's right here.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's right here.
Oh, shit, what the heck?
But I keep losing it.
Let me see, let me see.
No, I got it. Wait.
Is that Vicky's laptop?
It is.
Dude, he has a sensitivity so high on the mouse, I mean.
Yeah, I'm trying my very best. Ah, damn. Okay, and then